Big mama, big mama.
Always having an attitude with Wednesday, but she's solving all the mysteries around here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell and pay that Netflix bill. Call your cousin, your grandma, who's ever paying that bill. Tell her it's time for it to be reactivated because Wednesday is back. And one thing for certain, once she step in Nevermore Academy, she is casket sharp. The vintage store hate to see her coming. So I'm just going to give a few highlights of season 2 because you guys need to watch it for yourself. But number 1 is I actually missed the old principal because the new principal is actually bogus. Well, actually, they're both kind of bogus. So, I mean, they're kind of like twinsies. And why the school can never find a good principal, I don't know that, but it is Nevermore Academy. Also, this season, seeing my girl Enid having a glow up, she went from being needy to I don't need you, and I love that for her because thanks to her friendship with Wednesday. I also wanted Xavier and Wednesday to be a thing, but I guess that's not happening. And the last but not least is that Uncle Fester is my favorite. He's definitely giving aesthetically Dr. Evil, but with Austin Powers persona. Love that for Uncle Fester. And the last situation going on between Wednesday and her mom definitely needs to be fixed because, we want to see them on common ground. And I don't understand why Netflix had me wait till September 3rd for the rest of the episodes. Like, understand that I will binge watch this show probably in one day, but still, I need all that. Today, I'm going to be listing 4 things that I have learned just by watching Wednesday. And if you guys have noticed this too, comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Coming in number 1 is her being very self-confident within herself and her being authentic. Ever since she stepped on a Nevermore Academy, everyone has been literally intrigued about who is Wednesday Adam. It's kind of like everyone is gravitating towards her and she's not even doing anything. You know what the saying is, like, I'm minding my own business and people still trying to mind mine. That's what's going on with Wednesday. And I also like that she's very self-confident within herself and her abilities. And her parents did a great job when raising her because she has definitely had this self-confidence since she was a child. Now, coming in at number 2 is Wednesday's growth. I feel like people not really talking about how much she has grown from season 1 Wednesday up until this last 4 episodes of season 2. And I'm going to highlight this aspect with her friendship with Enid. And that is because she allows Enid to be herself and Enid allows Wednesday to be herself. You don't see Enid trying to copy Wednesday. She's not trying to dress like her. The same goes for Wednesday. When it comes to a true friendship, it's not about copying one another. It's about accepting the differences and allowing each other to be different. But I do see that Enid is rubbing off on Wednesday, her being a little bit more vulnerable and her, being more attentive to Han's needs thanks to Enid. And I also see Enid setting boundaries and wanting to just be herself thanks to Wednesday. So you definitely can see that they are having a great influence on one another. And I cannot wait to see how their friendship continues to grow as the series progresses. Coming in at number 3 is trusting yourself. Because one thing that Wednesday is going to do is keep her eyes and her ears open. She always makes decisions knowing that there are possible consequences, and she always accepts that. She's not one to cry. She's not one to whine. She's not one to have the victim mentality. So the further she's pushing, she's accept there's higher consequences, but she's also no fool. She does not allow the people to gaslight her, to lie to her when a situation is not what it seems. She also is very confident within her abilities. So if she knows that she can push through a situation, she pushes through. And last but not least, I'm going to be talking about Nevermore Academy. I do like that this show highlights just being an individual and how, everyone is special. And I like that, everyone has their own group or the clan that they belong to, as far as like the werewolves and stuff like that and the sirens. But at the end of the day, they all work together and appreciate each other's differences. And when they put it together, they make their own superpower. So I do love that aspect of it's okay to be different in who you are, but it's also good to find the people that, you know, are for you and finding your tribe and being able to accept yourself for who you are. But what have you learned from watching, you know, Wednesday? How you guys relate, how you guys find the differences? What are some aspects of Wednesday's personality that do not like? As far as, you know, for me, Wednesday always takes things too far. This is why she's in a coma. She needs to know, you know, when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to walk away. But it wouldn't be a mystery show without her, you know, being overdoing things. So I do hope that Wednesday and her mom does mend their relationship, even though they're different. But her mom is willing to understand Wednesday. Wednesday feels like her mom does not understand her, but sometimes that's just how it may seem on the surface. If she would actually take the time to sit down and talk to her mom, I feel like that they'll be able to find some common ground. I'm also curious to know about her aunt because if you remember her and her mom having that conversation, she stated that Wednesday is a raven like her aunt. So I'm glad that, you know, we may get some more info on that. And her mom is a little bit of a hypocrite because she still have issues with her own mom. Like, you want Wednesday to come and talk to you, and you're not even willing to talk to your mom and like acting like it's just such a suffering to do so. So I feel like she needs to practice what she preaches. Also, I don't really understand why the Hyde ended up putting Wednesday in a coma because I thought that he liked her. Like, is he mad that, you know, she found out his secret? But honestly, would it be strange for her to even date a Hyde? I mean, her family is strange. I feel like that they will accept the Hyde, but I don't think that Wednesday wants to date him because he's out here killing people. And that goes to show you that Wednesday actually have a heart. And at the beginning of the season, you did see that she actually scalped the scalper. So she's out here doing the Lord's work. But regardless, I'm excited to see the rest of the series. But thank you guys so much for coming to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.